speed. I am speed. One.
Alright. I'm sorry. It's been like probably over a year actually since I last released a video on the Corolla. I do still own it. If you followed my Facebook or Instagram or anything, you'll see I still own it. I have been working on it. I just haven't done the actual YouTube videos on it. Getting ready for Halfway Hangs last year, so Halfway Hangs 11. We ran into some complications. We eventually got through that all, blah, blah, blah. And then it kind of just ticked on through 2024 of like doing little things, and I never really filmed it. I kind of just did the little things. But we're changing that this year. But to catch you up to speed on where we are now with the car, we're going to go back 12 months. So let's go back.
Flashback.
So Halfway Hangs is in 12 days or something, and I'm about to pull the entire front end off the Corolla. So, as you can see behind me, the panels are yellow. So, what we have here is flat front, headlights, grille, bar, everything. So I just swapped with a guy who wanted the slant front. Now, the bonnet is, it's rusty. Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. Everything else is pretty good, so let's crack in and make this all fit. What a day. So, I drove to Sydney this morning and picked up a set of guards, beaver panel and the bonnet, which is sitting out there, and then drove to Newcastle, picked up the driver's side headlight and sold the guards that I picked up this morning. And now I'm going to get this back together and running so I can drive it to Trent's tomorrow morning. Okay, so the last thing I think I filmed was just before I put the bonnet on it to take it to Trent's. Saturday night. It's now Wednesday, and lots has happened. So, it's now low. Front and rear. Been having some issues with it cutting out and not idling properly. Got it somewhat fixed, good enough for the weekend. So, I think I've blown a head gasket. We took off. Temp gauge went from reading 40 to 120 within like 5 minutes. Pulled over. Steam pouring out of everywhere and just going everywhere. Story time, I suppose, because the last thing I filmed all weekend was us on the side of the road on Thursday. And now the car's home. So, did blow a head gasket. Towed this from Port Macquarie to Val Beach. We then basically pulled the thing apart, pulled the head off, Found a lot of coolant in cylinders 2 and 3.
Now that's a lot of damage!
Got a new head gasket. Put that all back together. Then as we went to put it back together, the sensor bung for the oil pressure sensor got done up too tight, cracked the housing, had to JB weld that and RTV it back to the block. And then it ran and drove home. It was a very slow trip, but it drove home. Now you're all caught up, well, sorta, on the whole KE situation with old head gasket up here. The car is going for paint now, which I am so excited for. So let's head off to Daniel, drop the car off, and he can go work his magic. So I just dropped the car off to Daniel and see what happens. He reckons that he can fix all the issues with it, with the bog cracking and everything from the previous owner. So it's up to him to work his magic now, and we'll see it when I go pick it up. Thanks for this one to driving me.
1 week later.
No limits or in it, yeah, be ready to soar. Every step that I take, every move that I make, anticipating.
So I just got back from picking the car up from Daniel, and god damn, it's a completely different looking car. It's not by no means perfect, and that's nothing on Daniel. It's 40 years old, there's bog, there's dents, there's everything, but god, he did a good job. I'll just show you. Like just tiny little things, like there's one little dent there, but overall looks like a completely different car. Like it's crazy the difference it made. Like all that's been buffed, and it's almost like this will all get ceramic coated and everything once the paint's all set, but just so there is still a few things that need to be done for it to be done its next stage. I don't know what you call it. So I got a chrome front bar from the guys at Beam Speed on the way. I got some Venetian blinds for the back. Got a new dash mat, little things like that. And then it'll be at a point where I'm happy, drive it for a few months, and then the real fun starts when I decide to pull it all apart again. Oh yeah, halfway's 4 weeks away. Let's make it to halfway this year, not 3/4 of the way there.